Ugh. Okay, so, do you guys want to hear a story? Do you want to hear a story? So, all I have wanted is to play Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. And I have been put through the ringer. I have been having a lot of trouble making it happen. So this is my story. So, I was in college. This is over a year ago. And I was an RA. So, like, what that means is that I was, like, in charge of a hall. I had a bunch of students who I looked after. Looked after is the wrong word. Who I was, like, there as a resource for them. So if they were, if they needed somebody or if something happened or, yeah, or they, like, part of it was safety. Like, I used to be there for, like, the safety of the building. I would do rounds to make sure everything was okay. And part of it was, like, more social. So, like, making sure everyone was, like, fitting in and, like, making friends and that kind of thing. So, on my hall, I have a CRT TV and I put it in there and I had Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube, and I had that in there, and I would play Melee with the boys sometimes, because my hall was all boys, and I had it in past years as well. I've had it, like, since I was basically RAing. I think I had Melee. Not my first year, but my hall had Melee. Anyway, so, like, a couple months ago, Jive Time came to visit, and he was like, hey, like, I really want to play Melee, and I was like, oh, I haven't played in so long, like, it's been forever, like, yeah, let's do it. So, I get my CRT out of my closet, I set it up, I turn it on, turn on the Wii, my old Wii, and it says, like, disc not read, and I was like, that's weird, so I ejected it, and Wii Sports comes out, and I was like, oh no, like, and this is, let's say March or April, right? This is right before National, so it's actually later, it's probably, like, May or June, anyway, so my copy of Melee is not in my Wii, and I don't know what happened to it. I think what must have happened is the guys in my hall were playing Wii Sports, although it wasn't reading, so I'm really not sure. But anyway, somehow my Melee was not in there, which is quite unfortunate. So I was like, well, this sucks. I really want to play Melee, but I can't. So then I kind of, like, forget about it for a little bit, like, whatever. No, actually, no. So then I contact my friend Bears fan, Matt, who's an old school VGC player and is very good at Melee, and I was like, hey, Matt, I really want to play Melee, and my copy was stolen. Will you help me? And he said, of course, sure, like, let's set a time to Discord. So I got the adapter, and, like, I wanted to set up on my computer. I wanted to set up an emulator, because you can do that and play, like, net play and stuff like that. So I have the adapter, right? So I go, and Matt gets on a call, and he is, like, guiding me through things, and I, like, let him take control of my computer. And Matt is very smart, and, like, we can't figure it out. Like, we download all the software, we, like, check everything. He can't figure it out. Like, I can't figure it out. I have no idea. It won't register my inputs. So, like, when I'm pressing buttons, like, it doesn't see that I'm connected. So I was like, well, this sucks. So then I put it away for a little bit, and I forget about it. Forget about Melee, you know. I still watch. I still follow the scene, but I don't play for a while. And now it's been a long time. Anyway, the other day, I really got an itch to play. I was in Ludwig's stream, and I was like, and he was money matching Blur, and I was like, hey, Ludwig, like, can we money match? And Ludwig was like, yeah, man. And then I was like, oh, like, now I really want to get it set up, right? Like, I want to play my good friend Ludwig. And so I go and I'm like, okay, I'm going to figure it out. And it's like 1 a.m. on a work night. And I spend like a couple hours, but I want to give a shout out to someone who was really helpful. Oh, wait, I can't do that. I don't want to bring up my hand. This really nice person, Pixel Thinks, was super helpful. Somebody else was actually really helpful as well. It was a VGC player, Jean-Marc VGC, super helpful, really appreciated them. They tried a bunch of things, like, very smart people. No, that's not right. Couldn't figure it out. So, then, I'm like, okay, well, the conclusion we reached was that the adapter, there's something wrong with the adapter. So I go on, and they're like, okay, get the May Flash adapter, okay? So I was like, alright, I'm gonna get the right adapter. It's an adapter problem. So I go on Amazon, and I order the adapter, and I wait. And then it's supposed to come like 2 days later, because I have Prime, and then it doesn't come, and I'm like, what? Why didn't it come? And so I check, and it was like, your payment was declined. So then I reorder it, okay? I go back in, I put in the right payment information, and then it's ordered. So I'm like, okay, great. It's ordered, it's coming, right? Wrong. So then, it comes, and I'm like, okay, finally. I'm so excited to play Melee. I just want to move around with Ganondorf. And I'm so excited. And so I plug it in, and it's not recognized. And I'm like, uh-oh, why isn't it recognized? And I look down, and I see that, like, instead of the Mayflash adapter, which I was supposed to buy. I bought the same adapter that didn't work the first time. So now I've got... Hang on. So now... Now I have two adapters that don't work! Okay? How do I do this? See? None of these work! Okay? So then, I was like, okay, I'm mad. Now I'm mad, right? So then I go on, and I'm like, I still really want to play Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna make this happen. At this point, I have to make it happen. So, I go and I order the Mayflash one, and I confirm that it's the right one, and I order it. And 2 days later, it comes, and I get an email, and I am not making this up. I swear to you, I'm not making this up. I get an email from the package, place, so I live in an apartment building, and, that doesn't deliver to our door, we just have, lockers. So I get an email from the locker storage system that's like, hey, you have a package. And I'm like, cool. I have my GameCube adapter for the Nintendo PC for my computer so that I can play Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube that I used to play on the Wii and now hope to play on my PC. I can finally play it. I'm so excited. So I go down, and I, boop, open the locker, and it says, locker opens, right? And I, take out my package, and I, look down, and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. And I was, gonna open it right there. I was so happy, right? Because I thought this one would work. And I look at the package, and it doesn't have my name on it. And I'm like, that's weird. Is that the send address? And then I look at the address, and it's the right address, almost, except the apartment number is, not my apartment. And so I go to the front desk, and I'm like, hey, and they were like, maybe the package didn't come. Maybe, but I was like, okay, so I went back upstairs, and I checked, my email, and it said delivered. So I went back downstairs, and I was like, hey, package. And they were like, we'll check in the back, and they didn't have it in the back, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. And so, and this is Sunday. This is last Sunday. And this is currently Thursday. And so, I have to get a cake. Shoot. How am I gonna get a cake? We're already running late. But I really should get a cake. I'll figure that out later. Anyway, so I go back downstairs and I'm like, my package. And they're like, and I was like, listen, this woman had her package in my locker. Can you check her locker to see if my package is in her locker? Makes sense to me. And they're like, okay. So they went and they checked her locker, and they was like, yeah, there's not in there. And I was like, and so I'm like, okay. It probably got put in the wrong locker. And they were like, yes, but we can't open it right now. You have to come back tomorrow. So I was like, okay. So then I come back the next day, and I go and I talk to a different guy, and he's like, okay, yeah, I can open all the lockers, but you have to wait. And I was like, okay. He was like, give me 2 hours. And I was like, okay. So I come back down 2 hours later, and he has it. And I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I take the right package upstairs, I open it, I plug it in, and I am finally able to play Super Smash Bros. Melee for the Nintendo GameCube with my sick Ganondorf, which is actually... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I always forget. that I can't do that. Which is actually... What was I saying? Really not that good. I remember my Ganondorf as being way better. I'm a lot worse than I remember. Yeah, the game is so hard. Anyway, let's talk about the team. I was nervous, but I feel better now after talking for 10 minutes. We're playing Vivid. He did beat us the first time. His team is really interesting. It's, Galvantula, Noivern, Aggron Mega, Mew, Tapu Bulu, Hawlucha, Poliwrath, Nidoking, Rapidash, and... Oh god. Sneasel. And so the interesting thing about Vivid's team is that defensively it's really not very strong. My Gengar, which you can see we're actually not bringing, two shots the whole team with Life Orb Gengar, with Focus Blast, Psychic, Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball. 2 shots the whole team, no joke. But I kind of had 2 approaches that I could take with this matchup, where I said, on the one hand, I could go defense. I could go offensive, which is kind of what I did the first time. Excadrill and Gengar and Tornadus are all really strong offensively against his team. And on the other hand, he really doesn't have good switch-ins to a lot of my Mons. Blastoise is really good. He only has Poliwrath for it, which I have a feeling he might leave this time. Yeah. So... Thinking. Yeah, so, offensively, I have a lot of really strong threats. Or I could play a more defensive route and say, okay, Like his advantage and the reason why he's been having such a strong season is because his offense is really hard to deal with. He has Nidoking, traditionally, in my opinion, one of the hardest Pokemon to switch into. Pokemon to switch into because of its stupid coverage. Like, it has such good coverage. He has Mew, which is the most versatile versatile Mon, there is, right? It can do so many things, and frankly it's impossible to prep for every Mew set. Like, it's just the truth. If you said, okay, I need this Mew to beat this Mon in a vacuum, I'm pretty sure you could come up with versus any Mon, I'm pretty sure you could find a way to do it with Mew. So he has Mew. He's got Tapu Bulu. So he keeps bringing defensive Bulu, but we were running Calcs. Offensive Grass Z Bulu had a chance to OHKO my Tornadus, the original Tornadus I was going to bring. Choice Band Bulu can 2-hit KO my Weezing with max HP and max physical defense. Like, this isn't... Okay, Pivot's ready in 5. Like, my Mons are bulky. This is a chance to be 2-hit KO'd by Bulu. Can you think about that? Think about that. That's crazy. Hawlucha is a huge threat, and without Duosion, I didn't think I could beat Hawlucha. So with those, and then Galvantula and Noivern's really annoying to switch into as well. So in the end, I ended up going a defensive route. I hope I don't regret it. I do think that I had really strong offensive tools. This is my main offensive kind of pin in this matchup, is that I need to get a couple Pokemon down to like no lower than 50%. Like Aggron, Mew needs to be at like 60, and then like Poliwrath has to be at like somewhere around 60 as well. Excadrill OHKOs the whole team. I really wanted to do something with... what I wanted to do was... Actually, I'm not going to... No, oh yeah. I wanted to do Focus Sash, Rock Polish, Excadrill, so that I could like come in, do damage, and then if the sand ended, Rock Polish up. Or I wanted to do like Smooth Rock, and then Sash, Swords Dance, Excadrill, but I didn't think I could afford it in the end, because I need... Jigglypuff has to be a super specific set here. So yeah, so I ended up going this offensive Excadrill. So this thing is really strong offensively. It's super hard for him to deal with. This thing is specifically designed to check Mega Aggron. I had to bring it because nothing else on my team switches into Heavy Slam. Mega Aggron's a problem. Mega Aggron is one of the main... It's his only Hurricane switch in, frankly. It's the only thing he can switch into Hurricane except for like Mew. But even that's kind of iffy. Especially if I'm Specs, which I'm not. But this whole match, we're kind of betting the whole match on Tornadus. Tornadus checks Noivern, it checks Nidoking, it checks... it kind of checks Mew, not really. Noivern, it's here for Nidoking primarily. It outspeeds Galvantula. It's really, really strong here, and it's kind of going to be it's going to be the main thing I use in this matchup, which is why it's so important that I have Blastoise to remove the rocks. It's my Bulu switching on the first one until I know the set, if it's banned or not. Yeah, it's really, really important in this matchup. I think if I lose Tornadus, I'm probably going to lose the game, and I'm kind of worried because I do plan on switching it in a lot, but yeah. I think this set is really cool. This is my Jigglypuff. Throat Chop, Toxic, Rest, and Stealth Rock with Dark Z. So this, I think he's gonna bring offensive Mew. I really do, because otherwise, if he brings Mew, he really has no way through Mandibuzz. I guess he could do Toxic stuff, but I'm not that worried about that, especially because I have Toxic and Rest. So Dark Z, this lives +2 Genesis Supernova from Mew, and if it's not bulky, it KOs in return thanks to sand damage. So this is the only thing I thought that I had that could live like +2 offensive Mew. Because Mandibuzz, if he brings like Z Electric, what's Mandibuzz gonna do? I would have to run like max HP, max special defense, and like that's not good. And like Mandibuzz can't do anything in return. So this is what I settled on. I'm a little hesitant about this. If he doesn't bring Mew, which I think is unlikely but possible, or if he if I KO Mew and Jigglypuff sticks around somehow, then Jigglypuff is amazing against this team. Like Noivern, Galvantula, that's it. But those Mons are hard to switch into, and I want to take some pressure off Torn if I can. So yeah. Standard Weezing. This is here for Bulu. This is really here for defensive Bulu. And I was like really torn because I think that I could have left Weezing and instead brought Gengar, but I didn't want to put all of the pressure on Tornadus to deal with Bulu. So this thing is nice. If he doesn't bring Nidoking, which I think he will this time, but if he doesn't, like the thing about Vivid is that he needs like all of his Mons. Like he wants Sneasel I think he brings Mew, Aggron, and Noivern regardless. I think he probably leaves Galvantula. But okay, we've got 3 Mons. Let's say he brings the 3 Mons that I expect, right? He pretty much has to bring Poliwrath, or how is he going to switch into Blastoise? His team has no Scald switch-ins. The only switch-ins that like are like Noivern, who doesn't want to take an Ice Beam, which I don't have, but he'll expect, and Bulu, who doesn't want to take an Ice Beam and really doesn't want to get Scald burned. But Scald is just so free versus his team if he doesn't bring Poliwrath, right? Sneasel's the best answer to Gengar, and Gengar was really problematic last game. Nidoking he kind of needs because, like, I don't know why I'm holding up my hand. So we have 4 Mons that I think kind of have to come. Poliwrath I think he might not bring, though. Galvantula is really strong, though I think he'll leave it because it was so bad last time. Halucha is really strong as well. Like, he has so many mons that he wants, and I don't know. This is Duosion, Kipa, Psychic, Trick Room, Hidden Power, Fighting, and Nightshade. So my team is actually kind of slow this week, so, like, his team is so frail that Psychic two-shots most of it. This is Regenerator, so if I knock off Nidoking's item, or if it doesn't have a Life Orb, Duosion can switch into it, which is really nice. We're going to try and use Tornadus to get rid of Nidoking's Life Orb. But yeah, Nightshade chips down Aggron, which is the main switch into Duosion, as is Mew. Aggron and Mew are the only things that can switch into Duosion, and Nightshade is non-trivial damage, especially against Aggron, because it doesn't have any recovery. So, like, and also going to consider that I need, like, a little bit of chip on it just to deal with, or to KO it with Excadrill, then Nightshade's really good. I really was torn on the set here. I wanted to bring Acid Armor, Calm Mind, Recover, Magic Guard, but I decided on the set because if he brings Sneasel, I don't want to just lose. And I think he could, like, I think Sneasel, while I don't expect it, I think it would be a respectable bring. Just because it's kind of his best answer to Gengar. Like, okay, Gengar comes in, it takes a KO, and I can always switch it out again and just try and pivot it back in. But if he has Sneasel, then that changes. So Hidden Power Fighting, even with no investment, KOs Sneasel. I don't think he'll be Sash. I don't think that makes any sense here. Yeah, and that's the team. Let me see what else, if there's anything else I want to say. Yeah, I need Mew to be at 60% of his max HP, no physical defense. I don't see why it would have physical defense this week. Halucha has to be at 82%. That's kind of irrelevant. Norvern has to be at 92% with a min roll rock slide, so pretty much any chip on that. Poliwrath, if it's max HP, no physical defense, is 67.5%. And then Aggron's at 53%. The other 5 mons are O-code. Bulu, Nidoking, Galvantula, Sneasel, and Rapidash are all O-code. Noivern's kind of O-code as well. Now, we don't expect Rapidash, obviously. He probably won't bring Sneasel, but yeah. See if I'm forgetting anything. I should put my mons in the calc. Vivid is running late, just like last time, but this time we're gonna beat him, I think. I mean, I don't think, but I hope, right? He beat Joey last week, which was a huge upset. Like a gigantic upset. Yeah. I kind of feel for Joey because it really sucks to, I don't know, to like have such a strong season and then, you know, lose in Top Cut. And the game was interesting as well. Vivid really loves his Noivern. Honestly. Don't message me. I hope he shows up soon, because I'm running late again. Sorry, I'll close Facebook. Facebook closed, okay. Just putting my mons in the calc, waiting for Vivid. Yeah, Vivid said he got a parking, or he got pulled over, so hopefully everything's okay. I hope I didn't make him speed. Change the IVs here. 31. Just minus bottle capped. 31. 31. You know, I maybe should have been sassy. Does it matter versus his team? Does he have anything that can possibly underspeed Duosion and Trick Room? I kind of doubt it, but I should have checked. Let's see. WB. Nah, his lowest mon is Aggron. He's not underspeeding Duosion. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Anything else I want to talk about? I feel like oh, yeah. Other Wolf life updates, since you guys are so interested. I had a big discovery at the supermarket the other day. I always buy non. My favorite food I think is hummus at this point. I love hummus, but I eat store-bought hummus just because it's like the closest thing to real hummus, but it's not really comparable. It's not really the same food. Yeah. So I really love hummus, and so like one of my go-to snacks is hummus and bread, and like hummus and naan specifically. Naan or pita kind of depends on like how it's made. Like and if it was like the best of the best, I haven't had the best of the best naan, but I've had some really good pita. So I like prefer like really high-end pita compared to like regular naan. But for the store, I prefer the naan. Anyway, so the way that it works is like there's this like semicircle of bread, of like in the bread products, it's like there's a counter, and then like I don't know what's behind it, I don't look, probably more bread, and then in front of the counter is like this kind of like semicircle of baskets, and in the baskets they have bread. And so I would always go there, and I would like the naan, I could only ever find it in these baskets, and the thing was like it seemed to be pretty popular because I could never like I could never find, like, it was, I wouldn't always find it when I went there, and they wouldn't always have, like, the kind of naan that I liked either. Like, they would sometimes have, like, you know, garlic or whole wheat or whatever, like, plain. Like, they have different types of it, and they wouldn't always have the one that I wanted at the time. And so I would sometimes, and now fortunately I live very close to a grocery store, so it wasn't that big a deal, but, you know, sometimes, like, I would go for naan and there'd be no naan, and I'd have to settle on, like, the inferior store brand, like, pita. And that was sad. Anyway, I had a big realization because I went there the other day and I was like, there's no naan, and I was like, I don't really know what I was doing. I was kind of pouting, I guess. Oh, I bet it's still late. Just kind of pouting. And I, like, looked over and there was, like, a shelf, this, like, hidden shelf behind the, like, next to the baskets. Well, so if it's like a semicircle, picture like a semicircle, and then one end of the circle, there was, like, this little, like, yeah, shelf. And there was all this naan on the shelf, and I was like, what? It's here! So now I can find my naan without problem. I feel like having my closet open makes my, I bit my teeth. It makes my room look like so much messier. But it's still the same room. I'm gonna close my closet. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it makes it look messy to me. Yeah, doesn't that look cleaner? I think it looks cleaner. But yeah, this is semifinals, so if I lose, I'm out again. This is like the last 2 weeks, but yeah. I'm pretty worried about this matchup. I think, okay, he's going on. Let me set up my hotspot. Like, it's honestly, it's like, it's not an easy matchup by any means. And because this team is so offensive, like, I have to be really careful. And, like, there's a couple of my mons that are just kind of, I'm, like, hesitant about. Rest Blastoise, Rest Gigalith with no Sleep Talk is kind of weird. The Jigglypuff set in particular is kind of wonky. Like, pretty wonky. But I'm hopeful. I really, like, I think I can do it. Like, I really do. But it's just gonna be so hard. Like, I guess what worries me about this team is, like, I have really solid defense, but I'm not sure that I have the offensive pressure. Like, frankly, I really need Aggron gone. Like, once Aggron is gone, this becomes a whole lot easier. And I'm worried about Mew as well, which you always should be when you're playing against Mew. Like, Vivid has, like, not branched out that much in terms of sets. How much does +2 Aura Sphere do? Hang on a second. It should do, like, I would honestly guess, like, 50. Aura Sphere. Oh my god, it does nothing. Okay, max special attack +2 Aura Sphere does 53. If it's modest, it does 48.9 to 58.3. So even like Life Orb Aura Sphere, I don't have to worry about. Yeah, just 76. The one thing that I think is pretty cool about this team is that it's really hard for him to break Duosion. Especially if I don't switch it in, if I get it in safely without taking much damage or any damage. And because of that, what I can do sometimes, or maybe what I might be able to do, is Trick Room up with Duosion, and if Jigglypuff is low, switching to Jigglypuff, and then rest up. Because if Jigglypuff takes a huge chunk from Mew, then it's going to be difficult. But if I can like use Trick Room to give Jigglypuff the speed advantage, and also like kind of Blastoise the speed advantage, and Weezing the speed advantage. Like if I Trick Room and he goes into Bulu, then Bulu's no longer a Weezing. Bulu can't beat Weezing anymore, because the other worrying thing about Bulu is that it can Swords Dance into Z Grass. But honestly, Bulu could win this game for him. Like if he has the right set, I'm banking that he goes all in on beating Weezing and 0 in on beating Torn. But I also think that I just have a feeling that he's not gonna bring defensive Bulu again, because if I just bring the same thing that I brought last time, which I kind of did, Taunt, Sludge Bomb, Weezing, that it doesn't beat it anymore. So Bulu could be a big problem. We are 40 minutes late. It's okay. I mean, he got pulled over. It's not his fault. And I didn't mean it's not his fault because he Like, I asked for a time, like, kind of on the cusp of when he was going to be home. Yeah. I do feel kind of silly because I haven't brought Gengar to a single playoff game yet. Genjar. And this was, like, it's such a good matchup for Genjar, but, like, you know... Like, Noivern's always going to outspeed it. And, like, what happened last time is it got down to, like... What happened last time? I rewatched the set. I let my mons get too chipped. I think that was the big thing. That's kind of why I'm leaning... offensive Torn. Or defensive Torn. Like, that's why I'm saying so much pressure's on Torn, because... Like, it's gotta be the backbone. It's gotta be the sponge here. Oh, yeah, okay. As long as we're waiting. What the heck? In college, when I was an RA... Oh, what's that? I never hit here. Oh, profile. When I was an RA in college, there was one semester where we had... Wait, let me look it up. I asked my friend because I wanted to talk about it. I bent my glasses out of shape, so, like... I bent my glasses out of shape, and now they keep falling off my face, and it's getting worse. So my senior year, when I was an RA, we had 22 fire alarms. So at least one of them was on video somewhere. Like, I think I was streaming. Does anyone remember that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Oh. Thanks. Did I miss anything? No, let me close the door. Have I clapped yet? Bro, it's been 40 minutes. Please. Please. Oh, no. Alright, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, we had 22 fire alarms in one semester. It was actually, like, ridiculous. It was actually ridiculous. And a lot of them were at, like, 4 in the morning. And the tough thing was that I was one of the people, like, the RAs were in charge of making sure that people didn't go back in the building. And, like, it was, like, me against, just picture, like, me standing in front of, like, this mass of people. And sometimes this was at, like, 2 in the morning. Or, like, 4 in the morning. We had a couple. And people would be out in, like, their bath, like, just in towels because the alarm had gone off when you shower. And it's a felony to stay in the building. Like, if you're in the building when the fire alarm is going off, and you get caught, that's a felony, which is a big deal, so don't do that. And you can say, oh, well, how would you get caught? But, like, every time the fire alarm goes off, the fire department has to come. They have to come, and then they have to inspect the building and make sure that it's just, like, somebody was... Oh, his 3DS isn't connecting. What was I saying? Yeah, even if it was just somebody, like, nobody in college knew how to make popcorn. I have such a hatred for popcorn because nobody knew how to make it. Nobody. I can't believe this intro was half an hour. This is ridiculous. I thought I started 10 minutes after we were supposed to start. There's nothing against Vivid. He was late last time, but also it's the same problem where, like, I asked him for a time right after school and then something came up. Right after he's supposed to get home, sorry. And then something came up. So it's really not his fault, but it's because I have something I want it to be done in 17 minutes. So maybe I can win very quickly, or maybe he will win very quickly, but yeah. Let's see. Hopefully he connects. Nope. Anyway, I have a very funny memory of when I was a sophomore, and I was in my friend's... Where were we? I think I was on round. So when you were in RA, you had to, like, walk through the whole building and check all the bathrooms to make sure that to make sure that like, no one was passed out or anything, or nothing had happened in any of the bathrooms. We wouldn't just walk in, right? You'd knock. Well, for the boys' bathrooms, I would walk in. For the girls' bathroom, I would knock. Girls' bathrooms, surprisingly on average, kind of grosser than the guys. Ladies, I'm sorry to rat you out, but at least in college, these are all like community bathrooms. Yeah, the girls' bathrooms were like, I saw some gross stuff, and a lot of it was in girls' bathrooms. So that was surprising to me. But anyway, one time I was on rounds, and I was like, I heard like shouting, so I looked out the window, and I saw like these two girls, three girls. I think all of them went on. One of them was my friend at the time, and the other two ended up like I became friends with later, and they were like shrieking and like carrying the super heavy microwave between the two of them, or like two of them was carrying it, and then my friend who was the RA was like yelling and like because there was like smoke leaking. I don't know what they did. I think it was popcorn or something. I'll have to ask. Please. Yeah, so anyway, this thing was like smoking, and they were you know, considerate and really didn't want to set up the fire alarm. Oh, and the way that it worked in college was like, so fire alarms, I guess, sometimes work with temperature, where like if it gets hot enough, then it's like, oh, the building's on fire, and then it goes off. Or the way it worked in oh, I remember why it was so bad. Oh, I remember why. Okay, the reason why the fire alarm was so bad my senior year, and this is what I was talking about, is that the way that the college fire alarm worked was I guess it was projecting this kind of invisible beam out. Like picture like there was like a little sensor, and then it was like pointing this beam, and if the beam got broken by like smoke-like substances, then it would go off. So even though like you might say, oh, why is popcorn setting off the fire alarm? It's because it was this light like style alarm. And the reason my senior year we had so many fire alarms. Like there's only 15 weeks of class, I think, maybe 14. Let's say between 14 and 16. I don't think it's 17 weeks of class in a semester. So to have 23 fire alarms in one semester means you're having more than one a week. And that's not even considering that when, like, you know, you lose a week to break, you know, to Thanksgiving break, you lose a couple days here and there. So it's a lot. It's a really high frequency. The reason my senior year was so bad was because that's when vaping started to get popular. And people would vape in their rooms, and then the smoke would set off the fire alarm. That's what it was. I just remembered. I had a resident do that. I love my residents, but I did see some dumb stuff in my time as an RA. But overall, it was really great, honestly. I really loved it. That's why. It was vaping. And we always had popcorn, and it was an especially bad year for popcorn. And also, that was the year where like my school took in like some absurd number more kids than they could handle. Like an actual absurd number of kids more than it could handle. Do you think Vivid is trying to ice me out? It's not going to work. I'm building up steam. By the time we play in an hour, if we don't play for another hour, I will record the whole thing. Uzi, if I don't record the whole thing, cut this out, please. I will record the whole thing. At any cost, no matter what. I really hope he shows up. I have people coming over. I have to make dinner. You're not like I'm not gonna get iced out, okay? It's not gonna happen. I actually already have person over. I need more people are coming. I have to pay my electricity. So this goes up Saturday. Okay, he's online. Oh, thank goodness. Alrighty. Whoo, boy. Well, if this battle takes as long as last week's, then the whole video will be like an hour and a half. Good luck, have fun. Do we think he's gonna say good luck? Or just have fun? He said GL, semicolon, HF. Oh. Very interesting. But yeah, good luck to Vivid. I'm looking forward to this. He did beat us in the first round. I really hope he selects the rules because I don't know them. I haven't thought too much about what we're going to lead. It's probably going to be Tornadus. Anything other than Aggron, it's a good lead against, and, yeah. Also, if he doesn't bring Nidoking, then I can Toxic Spikes, which is a big deal, because getting a Poison on you takes a lot of the pressure off Jigglypuff. There are certain sets that he brings that could be problematic, but I hope that I've covered most of them. Like, I was kind of worried about Curse Aggron, but I have Aura's Fear on Blastoise now, which does minimum, like, 50%. So, Curse Rest Sleep Talk isn't that big a deal, I think. I mean, knock on wood. You never know. Though, yeah, I think it should be fine. Especially with Taunt on Weezing. Yeah. It should be fine. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the calc to get that ready. I'm almost positive leading with Tornadus. I think he'll lead with Noivern, but I can't be sure. He could, like, I feel like people try to mix it up. Mix it up sometimes. Oh, I saw Lizzo last night. I didn't even talk about that. I went to the Lizzo concert. Alright, someone remind me for my next intro. I want to talk about Lizzo. Alright, let's do this. Good luck, have fun to Vivid. Almost said to Uzi, but Uzi is not playing against me. Who did he leave? Who did he leave? Alright, don't bring Rapidash. Do it. Bring it. Please. Rapidosh. Rapadoosh. Please, please, please. Please, Rapidash. Honestly, I think I'd like to see Sneasel. Do I have a Sneasel switch in? Oh, I have Blastoise. Right. He's not going to bring Sneasel. Okay, leaves Hawlucha. That's good and bad. I mean, it does take some pressure off of Mew. No Lucha. No Galvantula, right? Yeah, no Galvantula. Does bring Noivern. No Sneasel and no Rapidash. This is more or less what I expected. So, yeah, I think this is the best thing that he could do on his end. Like, I think these are probably his optimal lines. I've kind of decided I'm leading Tornadus. This is good because it does take pressure off of. It takes a lot of pressure off Duosion, and that lets me play Duosion a bit better. And it's also, yeah, it lets me use Duosion better against Nidoking. So, that's good. Okay. Now, it feels like Gengar would be so solid here, but we'll see. Alrighty, cool. Good luck, have fun to Vivid. Let's get this started. I'm worried about Bulu. Alrighty. Let's see, Noivern? Yeah, Nathan Noivern. Okay, that's fine. This is probably Frisk. I'm going to go into Tornadus, who he doesn't have a switch into. Let's see, Frisk. Yep, finds my Assault Vest, that's fine. That's actually why I led with Tornadus. Versus Noivern. Okay. So I kind of just want a U-turn here. I have two options. I can Hurricane. So I ended up not bringing Focus Blast, specifically because I didn't want to make a stupid read against Aggron. So I think I'm just going to U-turn here. I've got something for all of his mons. Goes for the Z move. Physical? Z-Dragon, okay. Does this thing get Outrage? It's not like Z-Outrage kills me, right? Z-Outrage doesn't kill me. Neither does Z-Draco. That might be a crit. That's a lot of damage. He does crit me. That's actually really bad because I need Tornadus in this matchup. That's really bad. Alright. That's really bad. Alright. That's a huge crit because otherwise I would have so much... You know what? We're going to keep it together. Let's see. I can go Jigglypuff and set my rocks up. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm a little worried about Mew, but that's okay. That was a huge crit, honestly. This guy, he's got something on his Noivern. I'm going to go for Stealth Rock here. Rocks are going to be pretty good for me because I really didn't think I'd have an opportunity to set them up. He just hard switches, so maybe no U-turn. Okay, Tadpool's the switch. Alright, let's see if this thing has leftovers. Because I'm a little worried about Belly Drum. Okay, it is leftovers. That's great. I think. Can I go? Okay, now I have to go out here. So, okay. So I think he's probably gonna go for a Toxic here. My only switch into that is Wheezing. The question is, do I want to let Tornadus get Toxic, or do I want to let Duosion get Toxic? I think I want to let Tornadus get Toxic here and get a little recovery back. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It could be physical. That I wish I should have taken more time. Let's see. Versus Tornadus. Let's see what he goes for. Toxic. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Maybe Duosion was better there, but I think I see what I need to do here. Oh, I just had an idea. Wait, I just had a big idea. I should have gone Duosion, but that's okay. I'm gonna U-turn. I just had a huge idea. Wait a second, I just had a really big idea. He goes for Protect. Okay, it looks like the same set as last time. That's okay. I shouldn't have let Torn get poisoned. That was stupid. Toxic, Protect, probably Scald. Maybe like Circle Throw. Alright, I'm gonna have to be pretty smart here. How many turns of Sander left? There should be one more of damage. Yeah, oh, no, there's no more damage. Alright, I'm just gonna U-turn. We'll see if he stays in. Yeah. I'm really glad we got Rocks up without letting Jigglypuff take damage. That was kind of the best case scenario, truth be told. He does switch, that's really good. Into Mew, okay. That's interesting. Let's see if it's weakness policy. Okay, U-turn does about... Okay, how much did that do? Because I think that looks like a lot to me. If it's max HP, that should do about 23. It could be bulky. I'm going to take a while here, as if I don't know what I want to do. I'm going into Jigglypuff, and I think I'm just going to pop my Z move. Yeah, but I don't want him to think that I had this plan, so I'm actually going to take the full time. If I can get rid of I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of this Mew. But if I can, that's really huge. That's like a big deal. Because Mew is the thing that I need Jigglypuff the most for. Especially now that we know... Wait, Bulu's not Z-move! Wait a second, Bulu's not Z-move! Oh, that's really good because I definitely let Torrent get really chipped. Let's find out if he's leftovers as well. Okay. Let's pull up Jigglypuff in the calc. My custom set, and we're going to go for Z-Dark. Z-Dork. This also means, by the way, that Mew is in range of Earthquake now. Probably. Almost certainly. So Mew's in range, Boo's in range, Nidoking's in range, Noivern is definitely in range, so it's just Aggron and Poliwrath now. Everything else is in range of... everything else is in range of Excadrill, so that's good. That's another reason I can't lose Jigglypuff just yet. Okay, let's do it now. Alright, we're just gonna pop it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we should get damage off of this thing regardless. Like, the worst case is like... Okay, it is leftovers, it's bulky, okay. That's interesting. He's probably got some... He's probably gonna defog. He's probably gonna defog. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna think about it. The best case scenario is he goes for, like, Toxic here. Yeah, he's definitely gonna defog. Muse is defogger if he's leftovers. Okay, that means that I can play Jigglypuff a little differently as well. That also means that at this range of health, because he's probably bulky, so... let's see. I actually don't KO... I only KO him... I'm sorry, because he's probably max HP. Oh, please don't burn! Please don't burn! If this doesn't burn... Yes! Yes! Oh, please KO! Oh, please, 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 please. This should KO, unless he's, like, super physically bulky. Oh my god, we're so lucky that didn't burn. Oh, that could have been so bad. Man, just Scald. Oh, for Exca? Okay, that's huge. That's so big. I think Mew is probably his defogger this match. It could be Noivern as well. But that's a huge KO. Mew was one of the things I was the most worried about. And to take it for, like, pretty much no... Like, I was intending to basically trade Jigglypuff for Mew, so to get Rocks up and to KO Mew without taking too much damage is huge. He'll probably go Aggron here, but I do have counterplay for that. Yeah, that's a really solid start for us. Do you think my bait... Do you think my wait the full time so that it looked like I didn't know what I was doing was a good bait? I kind of forgot Mew could defog. His only other possible defogger is Noivern. But I don't know if he'd do that, because it takes so much damage on the switch-in. I'm really worried about Nidoking, though. I'm really worried about Nidoking now. Because I let Tornadus take too much damage, and Tornadus is supposed to be my Nidoking answer. Who's that? Bulu. Ah, God. That's not good. Alright, let's pull up Tapu Bulu in the calc. This is the thing I'm worried about. This is one of the things I'm worried about. In this situation, he knows I'm going Weezing is the thing. But I can't, it's not like I can go Tornadus, right? Because if he's Choice Band, or if he's sub Stone Edge, I don't need Weezing, it's just really good here. I have to go Weezing. I'm kind of afraid of Swords Dance, but he can't KO me if he Swords Dance. Sub, okay. Let's see if he's leftovers. I think that means not leftovers. No, he is leftovers. Okay. I'm not that worried about sub lefties, honestly. I'm just gonna taunt. Oh, what if he's taunt? What if he's taunt Seed? Then I'll go Tornadus and get my health back. He goes for Seed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Sub, Leech Seed. I'm gonna hit him with the taunt. That's fine. This is like, my Weezing should still beat this unless he's got some crazy stuff. He's not Mental Herb. I could say Toxic Spikes, but no, that's not good. No, it's not good. Okay, let's find out a bit about his set, though. Weezing, my custom set versus Bulu. He gets all his health back, which is obviously annoying, but frankly, it's okay. This is okay. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, so he does have something to check it. Doesn't do that much, but it does more than I'd like. Oh, God. Okay, that's really bad. Alrighty. Alright, I need to not panic here. I'm not surprised. Zen Headbutt to 38. Woodhammer does KO, though. I've got to switch Weezing out. That's huge, honestly. Okay, how do I play this? That was an enormous flinch, frankly. How do I play this? He's probably gonna Woodhammer. Does Duosion drop to Woodhammer? It does. How much does Inheadbutt do to Weezing? No, he's not max attack. He's bulky. Okay, so then I won't drop to a Woodhammer, so I'm gonna go Keepa here. Maybe Protect was better and just, like, kind of give up Weezing, but, yeah, it's okay. Zen Headbutt comes out, that's fine. That's okay. Alright. Leech Seed, sub, Zen Headbutt. Presumably a grass move. So now I have a choice. So I definitely don't want to go Torn here just yet. He is still taunted. I think I just break the sub. Nah, I really don't want to take that much damage though. What should I do here? His last move's probably what? Woodhammer? Should I break the sub and take a lot of damage on Duosion? That flinch was so crucial. Though I can't say I'm surprised. I feel like this guy's pretty lucky. I'm gonna break the sub. Horn Leech. Okay, that's good, that's good. 163 down to 69, so that does do a lot of damage. Tapu Bulu versus Duosion. So Horn Leech does 163 down to what? $69, I believe. 163 minus 69 did 94 damage. So he's adamant. He actually might be adamant max attack, and I just calced wrong. No, he's probably not. He's adamant with some investment, it looks like. However, now I think I can go into Torn and beat, like, now that I've sold out the whatever. But this Bulu's going to be a problem. It's going to be a big problem. Frankly, I don't know if I can. I'm going to have to use Excadrill. I think I might have to drop Exca a little early. Next time I see the chance, and just try and use it, like, earlier than I intended. He stays in. Sub, okay, that's fine. He doesn't have Protect as the thing. Takes a little damage. He'll get all his health back, but so will I, probably. I'm going to Heat Wave here. Break the sub, and then maybe knock off at that point. We connect Heat Wave. Okay, nice. Honestly, I would have rather had the... I'm only in this position because... well, yeah, it's okay. Okay, let's see. Let's get some health back on Torn. Let's U-turn on out of here. If he stays in, it could be annoying, but I don't see him doing that. I'm going to U-turn. He could just hard read me. I've U-turned every time, but yeah. This blue is really problematic. I need to get Excadrill in earlier than anticipated. Hang on. Hello. Hey, I'm in the middle of a match. Can you call Anne? She's here. Okay. Oh, bye. He's really thinking about it. He might know that I don't want a Hurricane here. However, without his terrain, I think it's okay. Honestly. Yeah. He's really thinking about it. He knows that I'm probably not going to Hurricane. Even if I do, it's not the worst thing for him. Because he can just sub again. Ugh, Zen Headbutt. Honestly, it's better than Banned. Like, this is annoying, but at least I kind of know what I'm getting into here. I feel like he's just going to stay in if he's taking this long to think about it. No, he switches. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. Nate Neugren. Hello? Oh, I didn't realize it was on. No. Carna's home makes more difference. I didn't realize Carna was home. Sorry. Okay. Torn got healthier, that's good. I could go Jigglypuff. I could go Duosion and click Hidden Power Fighting on the Aggron switch in. Who does he go on Duosion? Who does he have left? Aggron. I'm glad I wrote this down this time. Aggron, Nidoking, Tapu Bulu, and Poliwrath. He has to go... Or he could just sack Noivern. That's also a possibility. The other option is that I go Jigglypuff and then a hard switch into Excadrill. Who does he have left that I can't... How much does Draco Meteor do to Duosion? Duosion, my custom set versus Noivern. This is not Specs. It's not even like it can KO me. I'm gonna go Duosion. Oh yeah. Thanks. Okay. Thank you. So I kind of have a couple ways that I can go about this, right? I can Psychic for good damage. I can Trick Room for safe middle ground. I can Nightshade for good... I can Nightshade for good damage. I'm gonna Hidden Power Fighting. I just hope that he switches into Aggron. I shouldn't have done it. That's okay. I could have just killed this thing. 136 down to 55. Not optimal. Not ideal. I should have just killed this thing. On God, no tap. Alright, I'm going to go into Torn and U-turn. He stays in, probably. I don't think he has U-turn on this thing. I also don't think he has Defog. Oh, I have an idea. Yep, I have an idea. Wait, hang on, boys. I got an idea. Oh, wait, it's not that good of an idea, though. It's not that good an idea. But it's not a bad idea either. It could be worse. I was thinking I could actually go into Excadrill now. Like, U-turn into Jigglypuff. Oh, he's gonna flinch me, isn't he? Or crit me? Why? Why is this guy so good at that? Fine. You want to play that game? That's fine with me. I'm gonna go Duosion. We can do this all day, boy. This guy is so lucky. I actually can't believe it. It's his Noivern. I should have just killed it. Although I would have flinched. Oh, wait, no. He can't flinch me. Nice job, Keepa. Should I Trick Room? Trick Room feels like a good play. He's just gonna let me sack it, right? Going back into bird up. Yep. I could do this all day. Like, I will abuse this. I will abuse the heck out of this. He has U-turn. Why was he hiding that? Oh my god. Now he gets momentum. Okay, but he kind of has to go into Aggron, I think. Yep, that's Aggron. Okay. So this is one of the 2 Pokemon I still need damage on. I'm getting Chip. I mean, the Stealth Rocks aren't much, but I don't need that much damage on him. I'm gonna U-turn out here. Let's see, Aggron versus Blastoise. I think he probably Toxics or Rocks, realistically, but that's okay. I'm glad I got Duosion back to full. That's kind of important, I think. And I got more health on Tornadus as well. Although I do kind of wish I'd Nightshaded in front of the Noivern. Stays in. Yeah, I mean, I don't have Fizzy Fighting, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm going to go Blastoise. I really need these rocks not on my side of the field. So it's okay. Let's see. So let's just take a quick board position check. Noivern's nearly gone. Aggron is like 10% down. It's at like 90. Blastoise is at full. The only damage... So basically all my ones are at full except for Jigglypuff and Weezing. That's the big one, right? Go Blastoise. Let's see if he Toxics. Goes for Heavy Slam. Oh, that was not the play, boy. That's really good. Okay. Gonna Mega Evolve and fire off an Aura Sphere, I think. Should I Scald? Let's see. I could Scald here. But I think I want to go Aura Sphere first time. Although, honestly, if I was gonna make a read, I should not do this. I should, yeah. He stayed in. Wait a second, he stayed in. Why did he stay in? Does this thing get like Metal Burst? That's huge. That means that the only Pokemon not on his team not in range currently does a lot of damage. Earthquake, alright. I'll take it. That's not going to do that much damage. I have Rest. That's a crit. 100% that's a crit. This guy. Jeez. That's nutty. That's actually nutty. That's actually nutty. That's such a big deal, dude. It's okay, Wolf. It's alright. Okay. Let's see. That was a good trade for you, even though you got crit. He's not going to go Poliwrath, right? Not in an Aura Sphere. I'm Scalding. If any... Oh, he might... I think he sacks Noivern. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I healed him. Nah. That's alright. I don't see what Poliwrath can do to, Oh, actually, I just had several thoughts in a row right there, in that one instant. Okay, we're on Torn. If I had Aura Sphere, that would have been huge, because then I would have just went with Excadrill. Alright, that was my fault. I got too greedy. Let's see. Scald, not a big deal. He has no more Hurricane Switch-ins. On God, no tap. He's gonna Protect. I'm gonna Hurricane this time. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I think he's gonna Protect. He's no reason not to. However, he can't switch into Heat Wave. Or he probably can't take a Heat Wave. Though honestly, knowing this guy, I'll probably miss. Goes for Protect. That's fine. I have revealed Hurricane now. I kind of want to knock off. Just like it's safer. And it stops his Protect from gaining him health. So I think knockoff is probably the play here. He can't really do Scald, Toxic, Protect. Even if he sacks something, like if he sacks something, it'd probably be Aggron. In which case, knockoff into Heat Wave almost certainly gets the KO. So I'm just gonna do knockoff here, because Hurricane could miss. And this is the last Pokemon on this team that can take a hit from Excadrill. Everything else is in range, so I just need to be careful, like these next 3 turns. If I can just get this, like, a damage on this Poliwrath, I don't even need that much, right? How much of a damage do I need? I need 67.5% health left, so I need to do like 30 damage. Okay, Saxon Wyvern, that's fine. The knockoff is nice here because I've shown all my moves though, so that's not great. I'm gonna take more poison damage, which is also not great. So now he's lost 2 Mons, which is good, and he lost his Noivern, which is his main, like, Haxmon, truth be told. Goes into Nido, okay. Kind of worried about this thing, but I have a couple options. I could just... It might be Scarf. I'm gonna go... I think it's Scarf. I think it's Scarf Nidoking. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'm gonna go Duosion versus Nidoking. It doesn't get knockoff. Now, if he goes for... If he's Life Orb, it could be kind of problematic, but I can always sack Weezing for Regenerator. Yeah, because... Yeah, I can always sack Weezing. Although, I don't think I want to sack Weezing just yet, because I want to sack Weezing versus Bulu. Because Weezing is Protect, which means it can stall turns of, It can stall turns of, thing. Sub, okay. Alright. Sub, okay. He always brings a set. I'm gonna Trick Room here. Gives me options. Shadow Ball, okay. Sub Shadow Ball. Does a chunk, but not the worst thing I've ever seen. Let's see Modest. How much does Shadow Ball do? Because it didn't do as much as I expected. He's not Modest. Is he Timid? Even Timid, that's not that much damage, given what I expected. Sub, Shadow Ball. Let's see. How much, wait, if he's Shadow Ball, how much is Earth Power doing to Jigglypuff? It doesn't KO. Even if he's it might KO. Huh. I don't want to sack Duosion yet, right? That's not the play here? No, I definitely don't. Sub Shadow Ball. I feel like I have to sack somebody. Does Throat Chop break the sub? It does. Okay. Wait, but I can't sack Jigglypuff. If I sack Jigglypuff, that's the way I could lose. So, Blastoise probably underspeeds him as well. He's just gonna Shadow Ball again, right? I should have just broken the sub and then gone into Torn. Yeah, Trick Room was not the play there. Most of the time. I think he's just gonna Shadow Ball again. Let's see how much this does. What if he's not Life Orb? What if he's a different item? Shadow Ball, okay, so it should do, let's see. Let's see how much this does. This does 143 down to 101. It did 42 damage. So that's Timid Life Orb? 42 is Timid Life Orb. And if it's, can he get that with Modest? No, he can't. He literally cannot get that much damage with Modest. So it's Timid Life Orb probably, which means Ice Beam. What are the odds to KO? Pretty not bad, actually. I can't lose Torn here. I'm not healing enough health, I think. I made a mistake. Okay. He's timid. He's probably Timid Life Orb, but I can't take another hit. How much does Earth Power do to Jigglypuff? My custom set? 70%. Even in Sand? Why does that do so much damage? Oh yeah, I can't take an Earth Power. I feel like I have to sack somebody, but... Whomst. God, this sucks. I can go back into Duosion, but I'm just losing health. I don't need Duosion in this matchup, actually. I think I have to sack Duosion. Yeah, I think that's what I gotta do. Sorry, Keepa. Thunderbolt, okay. 125 down to... Just confirm my calcs, 22%. Did he crit me? Wait. Did he crit me? I didn't see. That has to have been a crit, right? There's no way that wasn't a crit. Turn to Trick Room left. 2, okay. I have to sack Duosion. I have to sack Duosion. I'm sorry, Duosion. That was honestly maybe stupid, but yeah, I think I should have thought that one through. Maybe Nidoking was better to sack. Earth Power. Did he crit me last turn? Earth Power, Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt. I'm sorry, Duosion. He kind of did his job, though. We're gonna go Blastoids. I think we Scald and then we Aura Sphere. All I need to win this game is a little bit of damage on Poliwrath. So I'm going to Scald. I should have Aura Sphered, but I didn't think I could afford it. Yeah. I'm going to Aura Sphere this time. I just need a little bit of damage. I think I'm going to go for the game now. I'm going to Aura Sphere. I sacked Duosion for nothing, but I got information, so it's not nothing. I'm Aura Sphering for sure. I'm faster, that's huge. I can just Aura Sphere twice, go into Jigglypuff. Okay, especially bulky, that's good. 67 down to 52. No burn, please. Okay. I'm going to do it again. On God, I'm going to do it again. Put this thing in range. He's going to protect. No reason not to. Yep. I have ideas. I see it. I see what I have to do. Gonna do it again. That puts him in range of what I need. Everything is then in range of Excadrill. Right? How much damage do I need in this thing? 67.5? Is he gonna go into Bulu? Ah! Ah. Alright, let's see how fast this thing is. Although I think it's naturally faster than... Wait, is it faster than Blastoise naturally? Let's see. It's not. Okay. Okay, it's slower than me. Alright. Okay. Interesting. Lefties. Alright. He has no Hurricane switch-ins. If I go Torn, I should be able to get a kill, I think. As long as I hit Hurricane, which at this rate I'm probably going to miss. I still have 5 Mons left. I can win this game with Excadrill. I just have to be really careful. He might Horn Leech here. He might expect Ice Beam. He doesn't know all my moves. He doubles out. Okay, that's fine. Into Aggron? Into this thing. Oh, okay. Again, I don't need a ton of damage on this. I just need enough to... Ah, he's healing it. I see what he's doing. If I launch and connect to Hurricane at this point in the game, I think I get a kill, right? So even though I think he's going to protect here, is it still worth it to Hurricane? It's Aggron, Nidoking, Bulu, and Noivern. And Poliwrath. This Poliwrath's actually a pain. He's going to protect. Should I go into Blastoise and try and get some health back and then click Aura Sphere some more? That Bulu's getting low. It can't switch in again. And I can rest up as well. Yeah, I think Hurricane and just try to go for kill, actually. He has to protect. Yeah, there's no reason not to. Ugh. This time I'm actually going to Hurricane. Connecting a Hurricane gets me a knockout, which is big. Or it doesn't KO Poliwrath, of course, but it doesn't need to. I just need damage on this Poliwrath. I have a feeling I'm going to miss, but I'm going to go for it anyway. He switches. This should be Aggron. Alloy, yeah. Please connect. Because if I don't connect, I don't think it's in Heat Wave range. I honestly can't believe this guy. Alright, let's see. He's obviously max HP, max defense. Heat Wave versus... No, max special defense? I literally can't KO him. That's so stupid. I have to U-turn. That's so stupid. If I could... This guy is like... I honestly can't believe it. He's so lucky. Earthquake won't KO my Blastoise. If Blastoise goes down, we might actually be in trouble, though. So I have to be really careful. And if he hadn't crit the Earthquake earlier... I don't know. This could be... I have a bad feeling about this. Though I also kind of feel like he knows that I'm going to go for Heat Wave. Or he thinks I'm going to go for Heat Wave. Doesn't even nullify the grassy terrain recovery. Let's see. Gonna go Blastoise. Earthquake won't KO. I feel like that's his best move for Blastoise, but let's see if he sets up rocks, if he Toxics. Heavy Slam. This won't KO. This won't KO. This won't KO. This won't KO. What are you doing? Okay, 63 down to 32. That's still fine. I can still take a hit from Poliwrath. I think he just sacks this thing off here. Grass is gone. That's not great. I would have liked a couple more turns, but that's the way it works. Let's go for an Aura Sphere here. What's he going to do? Switch in Bulu? If I have Ice Beam, he can't do that. It's just that I have Rest. But I did double out last time, so he does have reason to believe that I don't have Ice Beam. Right. Right. If I could have just hit that. Although, honestly, if I hit the Hurricane... No, it still would have been pretty good for me. At this point, I only need Sand to deal with Nidoking, actually. The other two, if I can get rid of Nidoking, then... Yeah, I just take Alloy, which is good. This should be Nidoking now, I think. What does that mean for me? What does that mean for me? Because we know that Bulu is slower than Blastoise. What that means for me is that... Hang on a second, wait a second, I think I see something. Tornadus T versus... Let's see, Jigglypuff. My custom set versus Nidoking, Timid. Earth Power does at most 133. But that's 16. That's a 1 in 16 chance. So I'm gonna go Jigglypuff, and I'm gonna sack it off because the thing about Jigglypuff here is that I don't need Sand to win this game anymore. How much does Extra Drill Iron Hit do to Nidoking? Because if he Iron did 70. Yeah. Okay. Oh, he just Earth Powers raw. This doesn't... actually, it's okay even if it does KO. It actually is better if it KOs. I'm just going to Throat Chop. No reason not to. Thunderbolt comes out. Okay, now we go Extra Drill and we can take a KO here. And force him out of Nidoking. Trade Jigglypuff for Nidoking. Because if Nidoking goes down... Or, like, he can switch into Bulu, sure, right? Of course he can switch into Bulu. However, if he does... Honestly, I kind of want to Earthquake the Poliwrath. Okay, Earthquake is safer here, right? Because even if he goes Bulu, then I just click Iron Head anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna Earthquake. Yeah, okay, so we get rid of Nidoking. No Shuka. Sand's out of the play for the rest of this game, but I have a couple more turns here. Okay. Now he goes Poliwrath. And the question is, how much is Poliwrath Earthquake doing to Excadrill? With Scald. Because if it doesn't burn, it's not like it doesn't need damage. Although, I can also just go Torn and click Knockoff or Hurricane here. Although I take a lot of chip. How much does it do to, this thing is max bulk. So Scald does 50% to Excadrill, whereas Excadrill's Earthquake does 70% to it. How do I lose this game? If I don't need to do stupid stuff with Excadrill just yet. Weezing takes 31 from Scald. Okay, I have a plan. I see it. I see the end game. He Scalds, and then he Protects, I think. Yep, and now he Protects. And now on the Protect, we're going to go into Weezing and set Toxic Spikes. Because what else do we need Weezing for in this game? Nothing. And as long as there's no reason for him to attack this turn. He thinks I'm just going to Hurricane. And frankly, only a Scald would be bad here. In which case, I would still be able to... Like, Weezing's not doing anything for the rest of this game anyway. And I can also always go Blastoise. Protect? There we go. Okay, that's big. Sand is gone as well, so that's really big. He is faster, which is expected, but now I get to set Toxic Spikes up. Goes for Scald, that's fine. No burn. We can actually take another one of those with Protect, I think. And now I don't see how he's going to get out of this one. Because he can never switch again. His switching is... Or, like, of course he's going to have to switch at some point, but he's kind of sealed, in a way. And I just need a little bit of chip. That's literally all I need. And with Rest Blastoise, I think I should be okay. I think I can take one more of those. Let's see if I can get a poison off here, though, with Sludge Bomb. Scald comes out. I do survive. First burn of the set. I got a little lucky with Scald Burns, or with lack of Scald Burns. Mainly on the Jigglypuff. There we go. Okay, that's enormous. So what does this mean? This means that as long as... As long as I don't let Bulu get behind a sub, I always should win this. He switches, okay, that's fine. I'm just going to Sludge Bomb until Weezing dies, and then Iron Head, and then win the game. This video is 1 hour and 20. Okay, no problem. Yeah, because we saw that Blastoise outsped his Bulu because of the grassy terrain recovery, then what that means is that Excadrill will also outspeed his Bulu because my Blastoise is not fast and his Bulu is fast. I'm glad I saved Weezing. I didn't expect it to actually be useful, but it kind of made it so that I didn't have to hit Hurricanes. I think. Let's hit a Sludge Bomb here. He can take Weezing, it's fine. Weezing has done his job here. Horn Leech comes out. Okay, now we go Excadrill. And then we click Iron Head. Oh, you know what he might be doing is he might think that I don't have, Oh, right, he actually has to be a little lower. So I do have to hit a Drill Run here. But I still KO Poliwrath. Oh, my friends are here. I feel so bad I didn't help with dinner. Shoot. Excadrill comes in. I can always go Torn later and click Hurricane. That's always an option I have. I'm going to Iron Head into Drill Run. I brought Earthquake and Drill Run this time because Earthquake is a lot stronger, but not in the grass. Iron Head gets Bulu. That's really good. Okay, so now it just depends on his Poliwrath set. Any set without Rest will lose. Any set with Rest will also have a hard time because it's Rest against Rest. But I have Torn as well with Knockoff. Tadpole comes in. Has more HP than I remembered. I'm just gonna go for damage here. Go for Drill Run. It can crit. It can miss. We'll see what happens. If I lose this game, I'm going to be so incredibly upset. The grass will end at some point. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I think. I hope. I sincerely hope. He should still be in Hurricane range regardless. I don't see him resting up or anything, but if he has Rest as his last move, this could be really bad. I'm just going to Drill Run here. This guy, I'm burned. It's going to do like 25%. If I'd hit that... Oh, he doesn't have Rest. Okay, it's fine. Vacuum Wave is so bad. What's that attack's accuracy? It is 95. It's okay. It didn't end up mattering, but yeah, it is annoying. I'm gonna try and get a kill on Blastoise. Oh, we have bad news, which is that let's go Excadrill. Waste. Yes, Excadrill. That's big. Now he's probably in range of Blastoise. Yeah. The bad news is that last week Leo's Lopunny got 5 KOs. This is now the kill leader. So that's pretty bad. Excadrill goes down. That's fine. He takes more poison damage. I just hope Blastoise is able to KO with Aura Sphere and not Weezing. It's gonna be close. Oh. Let's see. Aura Sphere comes out. I think I did a good job of managing my sacks this game. Please KO. I need this kill on Blastoise. I don't think I KO'd anything else this game. Yes, okay. Alright, cool. And that's it. We're on to finals. I'm not going to stick around after. GG to Vivid. So I'm GG, man. Yeah, just because my friends are here and I was supposed to finish half an hour ago. But, yeah, good game. Thank you guys for watching. We're in finals, so at the very least, we're going to get first, and then second in the WBE for the 3 seasons, which is pretty good. That was a tough match. I'm proud of how I played. I think I did a really good job of managing, like, yeah, when to sacrifice Pokemon, and that kind of thing specifically. I didn't play perfectly, but overall I felt solid. My prep was good. He played well. He had some scary stuff, but yeah, that's all I want to say. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.